What's up, people? Welcome back to Royer's World. Listen, if you've been following me for a while, I love to give honor and respect where it is due. If you have not seen the latest interview with Carlos King and Momma Dee, you got to check it out. But I will give us a little recap of exactly what's been going on over at Momma Dee's World and telling us all about Momma Dee, Lil Scrappy, and all the baby mama drama. Let's get into this story. Welcome to Royer's Corner.
Bambi used Scrappy.
Yes, I know she didn't love him. Why would you continue to have children? Because guess what? He was the same when the first child was born, when the second child was born. He was the same when the third. And you knew this. You laid with him every night. You had kids to secure a bag. And she did, but not the bag she wanted.
So in her defense, though, right?
We're not going to play dumb too fast. And even when Shay was pregnant with her boyfriend's child, my son was treated so bad in that house because she had an insecurity that that baby was his.
Bambi thought Shay's baby was Scrappy's.
I know you lying about this degree because you came in the door with lying.
About?
She lied about her age first.
How old is she?
I have proof what that age is.
What proof do you have?
If you could read that for me. Could you read that, Carlos?
What is this, Momma Dee?
Could you read that? Get your glasses there.
What is this, child?
There's a birth certificate. Show it
This
on my
is
line.
Bambi's birth certificate.
Yes.
Wow. Well, if you have not checked out that interview with Carlos King and Momma Dee, make sure you go over there, hit the like button, subscribe to his channel, and just check out that interview. But I just want to get into a little bit of what Momma Dee was telling us about, y'all, about herself. So Carlos King, opened up the interview introducing us to Momma Dee. Momma Dee is 60 now, okay? Momma Dee, has been on Love and Hip Hop since the beginning, Little Scrappy's mom, and she is, in my opinion, she's the queen of Atlanta. I mean, Momma Dee, everybody respects Momma Dee. Everybody know Momma Dee. Momma Dee raps. Momma Dee sings. She does lashes. She's beautiful. She's almost a mentor in essence to so many people because so many people love Momma Dee and look up to her. Okay. So, shout out to Momma Dee. I just respect you so much more from this interview. Carlos King really opened up and wanted Momma Dee just to kind of break down who she is. So Momma Dee was born in 63. She was a Grady baby, so Grady Memorial Hospital, if you don't know about that hospital down in Atlanta, Georgia, okay, that is the trauma hospital, the closest trauma hospital in the metro Atlanta area. So she was born, and so she almost passed away because she was diagnosed with spiral meningitis. The family was called in, the pastor was called in, and her life was saved. So she kind of went into that and talked about that. And I was just like, wow, one thing Momma Dee really does talk about, even on the show and in this interview, is being a God-fearing woman. Like, she fears the Lord. She grew up, in respect and in reverence of God. Her mama taught her, if you can spend time out in the streets with your friends and with everybody else, you can spend that same time with the God who saved your life. So shout out to Momma Dee's mama and respect to her for honoring, her roots and where she comes from and respecting and reverencing, her faith. So, she said that she was always been a vain type of girl. She's always been in the mirror, mesmerized, by of herself. She said, she felt that she was the most beautiful thing. The wig that she wore in the interview, she said that used to be her real natural hair in real life when she was younger, and she was God's gift to men. Okay, that's what she thought. Her grandmother taught her how to cook, and so that's how she learned how to cook. And that's what kept the boys coming to the yard. Her good looks and her cooking. Okay. Um, let's see, she got her degree in nursing. She was a home health caregiver. She also worked at St. Joe's ICU East Unit, in the heart unit department in the hospital. I mean, I had no idea that Mama Dee was a nurse, let alone went to college. Like, because we did not get those things when Love and Hip Hop first came out. Mama Dee was a drug dealer and a pimp, a female pimp. She was a madam, rather, excuse me. And, she told the boys, and showed the boys how to do it. She got the girls, she rang them up, she sold the drugs, and she helped Scrappy get to where he was as a rapper. She talks about how she was, paying for the studio time, buying the furs, buying the cars, getting, everything for Scrappy with her drug money and with her pimping money. So, Carlos asked her what got her into being a madam and, selling drugs. So in 96, she got into a bad head-on collision. She crushed her patella bone, which is behind the knee bone and behind the knee, and it fractured her hip as well. So it took her 3 years to learn how to walk again. What another miracle, surviving a head-on collision, learning how to walk again. And she says, if you ever see her sway, that's when she walks. That's what that is from. She says she's had metal put in her body, all kinds of rods and stuff to help her learn to walk again. 3 years to learn how to walk. In those 3 years, Mama Dee was not able to do nursing anymore. She wasn't able to, go find another job because she was literally disabled learning how to walk again. So she dipped into the drug life, okay? And so it's that cash in hand, that fast money that'll get you what you need every time. And it gets the people. And she kind of talked about in her interview, we wonder why when people get out of jail, after selling drugs and doing time for selling drugs, why do they go back to the drug life? Because of the power and the money, like the power of being able to control people's pockets. Literally, people will can't even wait till they get paid to get their drugs to do what they want to do. It's instant money and it's instantaneous power. So she talked about that. She said it got so bad that she could not fend for her children. She didn't want to let them down and not get them birthday gifts, have Christmas under the tree, have food on the table at night. It was just so bad. So she turned to the drug dealing, okay? So she got into selling the cocoa. And she learned how to cut it and cook it to the point where she didn't need nobody to tell her what to do. She was running her own business. And that's one thing that I also stuck out to me about Mama Dee, is that she was a boss. Like, she is a boss. Like, she took everything that she learned, made it in her own way, and ran the chips as they may. Like, you do this. She had the business running, okay, and was getting that money and was helping Scrappy produce, his music in the studio by paying for that studio time. Mama Dee is the force behind Lil Scrappy, okay, and she said it in the video. So she learned how to cook it, how to cut it, how to deal it, and she is like the mind of a hustler. She has the mind of a hustler. So how Mama Dee got into pimping, because Carlos asked her how she got into become a female pimp, aka a madam, okay? So Mama Dee said she was in the hospital having, what was it, her? No, it was, what kind of surgery? Appendix. She was having her appendix taken out. And she said back then they had the split rooms where they put the little curtain up and then you share a room with somebody. They don't have they just got the suites now. You just have your own personal room, which I love. So not that I'm in the hospital that often to really care that much, but it is very thoughtful to be in a room by yourself. I love it. So anyways, Mama Dee said she was in the room with this lady and she was talking about being a female pimp, and how she got started and everything. And so Mama Dee said, well, teach me. I want to learn. And so Mama Dee, she said, you start with one girl and you just work your way up. Well, Mama Dee got out the hospital. She found her one girl who was over the age of 21 and wanted to be a escort or a woman of the night, a lady of, you know, the streets. And so she said one by one, she brought on her ladies. She kept their hair done, their nails done. They were fed, they were clothed, they, you know, everything. She said she would put them out on the corner. They would be color coordinated, you know, and everybody, she said she just watched the men. She watched how the men didn't take care of the women. She took care of her ladies, made sure they were bathed, had everything they needed. They was out on the streets looking good. She said some of the other people, they had on the same clothes from the day before. Not Mama Dee's girls. Mama Dee's girls was going to be in line, fresh, ready to order and have their way, okay? And the money was in Mama Dee's hands, baby. She took it all, the money that they made, and spent it on them, their clothes, their shoes, their feeding, all of that stuff. Mama Dee was the real true Madam, okay? It's giving Madam from today's Madam and All the Queen's Men. I just see Mama Dee being that girl. I see it, okay? So, you know, she said that she was able to get away with it because a lot of the other people who were in the game doing this, they were messing with young girls, teenagers underage. She made sure that they were 21 and that this is what they wanted to do. This was their choice, okay? Their choice. So Carlos asked her what made her stop. And what made Mama Dee stop was she was out buying her key, okay, for the cocoa. And it was in the midst of a bust. A bust happened like boom while she was in there getting her stuff. And so she had to tell, you know, someone, you know, there was a hole in the bathroom or something like that. And so they were able to pull up the floor and, you know, dump all of their stuff. And so male cops are not allowed to search female cops because apparently she had some in her, you know, ta. And so they had to order a female cop to come. She told somebody to get her a napkin and some ketchup. She squirted it on there, put it down there. When the female cop came, she just stopped when she seen the blood, the alleged blood. And so, you know, Scrappy found out and he said, Mama, what is it going to take for you to get out of the game? And that is how Mama Dee got out the game. You know, so I just have such a respect for Mama Dee's journey because she's been through so much. She's, you know, lived that life, like that life that they be talking about in the rap. Like she has lived that life and she has survived that life. And to be able to be on the other side telling the story of like how several times Mama Dee almost got caught up, you know, and locked up, and the grace of God slid her through these situations. And just for her to be able to tell these stories today and be proud of the woman that she has become, my hats off, my respects to you, Mama Dee. I love it. I have a total new respect. You know, as they go further into the video, Carlos asked about, you know, Mama Dee being involved in Scrappy's, you know, personal life with Erica and Bambi and all of the people that he's kind of dealt with. And Mama Dee said, listen, I ain't involved in nothing Scrappy ain't involved me in, okay? She only dealing with this because Scrappy involved her in this. Other than that, she don't have nothing else to say. Y'all, make sure you go over to Carlos King's channel and hit the like button on this video. I will drop the link down for this video in the bio section so that you can click it and go watch it. It's about an hour and some change. Great interview. One question that Carlos did ask is that of all of the women that, you know, Scrappy has been with, who would be the one Mama Dee would marry? And do you know who Mama Dee said? You know who she said? Go check out Carlos King's video. The video is down in the bio. Hit the like button on this video. Comment your thoughts and opinions down below on Mama Dee. And if you're not a subscriber, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell on all. That way you see each and every time I post a video with you in mind. Hit the like button. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. And I will catch y'all next time in Warriors Corner. Bye.